In this video, I'm going to do two things. First of all, I'm going to be roasting a user called Moody Star. Moody Star. Let's listen. Let's listen. Yes. There you go. Insulting Asians and using MF words. Why are you saying the B word? Again, no need to say the MF word. Okay. Can you possibly express yourself without using the F words? No need to see the F word there. Yes, of course. We know this. Again, no need to say that word. Again, MF words shows very low vibrational level. Again, MF. Yes, I agree with this part, but can you be clean about it? Ah, caught you out there. You saying the P word. Can you be a bit more civil, please? Again, F word. Again, no need to say this. Just say bad woman. Oh, be careful now, using vulgarity yet again. So, he talks about high vibrational people, and yet he's demonstrating extremely low vibrational language. So he's contradicting himself. Can you see? Yes, I agree. Everyone has to put in the effort, but you can do this in a civilized way with your speech. You could have said, just stop releasing all the time. I need to add the F word there. Hold on. I'll skip the ad. Again, could have just said, these women. Again, obscenity. Again, he keeps referring to woman as the B word and saying the F words. Is this the best you can do? Talking about high vibration? Come on. Okay. And you probably picked up all these bad language from them too, by the looks of it. Okay, we know this, but can you please stop referring to women as B? F word. Well, this part I can agree with. He's starting to talk with a bit of clean speech here, but sadly, it gets worse. Again, B word, F word. The only thing that is getting toxic here is your foul mouth. Again, this guy can't stop saying B words when referring to woman. Again, ooh, see? Very, very bad. Referring to woman's private area, saying the P word. Unacceptable. Again, how many times? Stop using that word. F word. You've also been attracting some really dirty language. Yes, you should concentrate on being focused with your clean speech. Working on yourself. You forgot that your speech is terrible, guy. Again, can't stop saying the B word, can you? Ooh, MF word, unacceptable. Should say bad woman. Again, you've got Tourette's or something. Again, F word. Again, F word. This is true. I agree. Women train men, and men get too attracted, and they bring out the worst in each other. However, the way you're saying it is very dirty. Yes, the lower chakras all are to do with desire, money, sex, and power. Yes, and you also have to show your clean speech, which is not functioning at the moment. And now it ends. Well, clearly you can see this user Moody star is very vulgar in his speech. So how can you be on a high level SR journey if you're going to speak in this vulgar way? I really think he has very low self-esteem for a star to be cursing in the video and talking about high vibration is a contradiction in itself. So he needs to clean his act up pretty badly. He hasn't mentioned the streak he's on himself, but I probably be guessing something like 40, 50 days, possibly. Anyway, this was just one video, but there's many more he's made. I had a look at the second video and it was just as bad. Again, full of dirty words, F words, P words, B words. It's like the guy can't be clean. Oh, yes, now I'm saying he did once use the word breasts, and that was probably the only clean word he used, which was a bit of a surprise. I thought he was going to say another dirty word, knowing he's saying so many P words. So he dropped a surprise there. But if you can say a clean word like that, what's stopping him being more civil on other words for body parts? I just think he likes to abuse himself with words. I find pretty offensive as a high level no fat master myself. I think this guy really needs to have some lessons on clean speech and vocabulary. I don't know what happened and why he has to always express himself like this. But would you hear any saint talk like this or no fat, like Jesus or Saint Paul? Never, because they can control their speech perfectly, and that is also a major part of the no fat SR journey. So despite having good knowledge, he really is low vibrational in his speech and even could trigger people indirectly. If you keep hearing these vulgar words, your thoughts and your mind and your body and genitals, all these are going to get affected. And at some point, you will relapse because the thoughts and images in your head will provoke a reaction, and the more you use these words, the more you'll get excited. This is why these rappers who constantly use vulgar words to describe female bodies and even male are always in a low vibrational state and cannot do nofap because they're too excited and they're stimulating themselves on stage a lot of the time. That's because the brain is sending messages to the penis and it's getting hard, and then they end up touching themselves. So clean speech is so important. That's why in spiritual music you'd hear very soothing words and none of this dirty F words or other vulgarity talking about women. Anyway, I thought I'd get this out as this is one of the few surprising videos where Moody Star has been terribly vulgar. I thought Finney was bad when I saw his videos, and I know he said the P word quite a few times when referring to women's genitals. But this guy is much worse and doesn't show any sign of regret or mindfulness about his choice of words. He thinks it's perfectly fine, and I'm surprised in the comment section no one has picked up on this and corrected him. I seem to be the only one, so far at least. It's a good thing I'm here, otherwise this guy would keep doing it and letting people believe it's okay to use these vulgar words, but it's not. Okay, well, you can comment, see the video, and please let him know what he's doing is wrong. He gave one of my comments a like, so maybe he does understand. I'm waiting to hear his response, and I won't subscribe to him. I even felt like reporting him, and if he keeps using these words, I might have to, because it's just not on. Right. Well, now we can talk about the 1,600 days that I've achieved today. Now, this is an epic landmark, and I do feel pretty good. It is very rare to get such high number. I did believe after about 4 to 5 months in that God will help me to go lifetime on nofap, and my faith in him increased. I did have to keep praying, chanting, and really fighting mentally very hard, but I knew this was possible because I have a very strong mind, and I combine this with always doing meditation, which helps, and fighting sexual thoughts, but always remembering that a relapse is the worst thing that can happen to you, because if you relapse once, you usually relapse twice and sometimes a third time. It's called the chase effect, and what that is the feeling of the orgasm, which makes you want to do it again. And that craving is caused by the dopamine rush. This is why it's very difficult sometimes to recover from a relapse, because this thing keeps haunting you and your mind, and there's an internal battle between guilt and pleasure. Which one wins? The guilty side and knowing it's wrong, or the pleasure which says it's just too good? Well, that's an eternal battle, and what happened is eventually the guilt won over the pleasure, but to always be careful and think of hell. When you relapse, you put yourself in hell, because your outer world changes. This is what Julian Lee has been saying on his celibacy.info website. He explains it like a male period. Every time you spill your seed and have orgasm, and your whole outer world is affected. I remember listening to Julian Lee long time ago, around 2006 or 5. I first saw his website on celibacy, and it was amazing. He's a Westerner, a white Westerner with tremendous knowledge in this area, as well as an astrologer. So I'm really happy to get 1.6k days, and hopefully I'll break Tyson's record of 25 days by July. Only another 225 days left till I get his record, and then hopefully by 2023, 2000 days, it should be even better. Now I know it's within my reach. And now the monk moan, I got a highest of 72 days. So far I'm on 38 days, but I feel I can break that record, 72 days, by around April time, if I really focus hard and do intense meditation about 3 to 4 hours every day, and at night I should be able to control the dreams better. The dream state is the hardest state to manage, because you have astral demons in the dream, who steal your seed or make the dream extremely sexual. So sometimes you're under possession in the dream itself. And I've had those sort of dreams and got wet dreams. But I always control myself in the night. I mean, when I wake up from the night itself is impossible if you're dealing with high level succubus and Jezebel spirits. Anyway, I'm happy and my immune system is very strong. This COVID can do nothing to me once I maintain this sexual purity, as God would always support and bless the retainer. Okay, well, I hope this video has been useful, and I like to see this guy get roasted by you as well, to all the people who appreciate clean speech. And I think he's a disgrace to the NoFap by always cursing like this. As you know, ice cold TJ relapse, and part of that relapse was probably down to his swearing, as I told him, but he ignored me. Now he probably will be more careful. Okay, well, I think I'll wrap up now. Make sure you stay strong on your streak. Peace and love.